Hey friends! It's been a while since I've been on here and my scheduling on YouTube has been kind of sporadic, so sorry about that, but I am hoping to get back on track here soon. I'm adjusting my schedule and playing with some things. I did want to sit down and walk through the mini catalog that just launched September 3rd. I'm a little behind getting to this video, but this is the September through December mini catalog for Stampin'Up, and I wanted to show you what products are in here. Obviously it's the seasonal holiday collections, but I wanted to flip through that with you and then let you know what I ended up picking up and what I'll be playing with, because I didn't go crazy with this catalog. I really have pictures in my mind that I'm going to use these products for, so I thought I'd show you what my staples are, what I thought were must-haves for the photos I have, and hopefully it's helpful. So let's get started. I just got my order in, so I wanted to walk through what I ordered and go through the mini catalog and show you what I got and why and what my plans are for these products. This mini catalog was released in September 3rd, and there's so many goodies. It's kind of the holiday seasonal mini catalog, so I'm super excited to walk through that with you and show you what I got and what my plans for those are. But before we open that, I have a few other things on my desk here that came in my order. So I just wanted to show you those as well and show you what my staples are. When I say my staples, I mean white cardstock for sure. If you've seen my other videos, you know I build a lot of my layouts on white. So I got the basic white here, and then I also got some white willow, and yes, I got 2 packs of the basic white. So I use a lot of the white cardstock, like I said, for my backgrounds and whatnot. So got some more of that. And then this is the Weekend Adventure cardstock. I have a lot of the pattern paper and sticker sheets and whatnot left, but I was running low on the coordinating cardstocks. So I just got a pack of the coordinating 2-tone cardstock. So 2-tone meaning one is the original color, and then the other side is a lighter version of that. It's kind of hard to tell on that cream here, but you can definitely tell more on these darker colors. They're so nice, and I love that they just coordinate with our DSPs and pattern papers perfectly. So got more of that, so definitely more of those layouts coming soon. And then I picked up some Country Lace Designer Series paper. This is on sale, so if you're interested in this Country Lace, I'll have it linked down below, but it is 2-sided, and look at all of these kind of neutral patterns. They're so pretty. And I think you could mix and match them with so much. It almost looks like denim and kind of this gray. And it's just a very usable paper. I actually haven't gotten any of this yet, and it's been available for a really long time. But now it is in the last chance for a really good deal. So look at that denim. That'd be perfect. I love this. So I'll have that linked down below. Another staple in my craft room are flip-flaps. I needed more flip-flaps, and the ones that I find I use the most are the 3x4s. If you're not familiar with flip-flaps, I should have read that before I tore into it. You get 12 in a pack. So you get 6 that are facing this direction with the sticky on the short side, short end, and then you get 6 that are sticky with the on the long end. So these I like to use for horizontal photos, these I like to use for vertical, but you can always use them the other way as well. But flip-flaps are a staple in my craft room to add more photos or journaling if you want to add your journaling into the flip-flap and not have it showing directly on your layout. So flip-flaps are a must. Last month in August, they had the In Color products on sale. And so I picked up this Boho Vibes, and it's a 6x6 collection, double-sided, But I just thought these colors and patterns would be so good for a recent birthday party we went to. It was a little girl's birthday party. And so the peaches and those shades of blue just matched my photos perfectly. Plus, I could use some of these more neutral sides for like hiking. This to me is outdoorsy. If you use this sparingly, it almost, you know, you could kind of cut it in strips. This is just a very simple, usable pattern. A lot of them are. So yeah, that would definitely go for like an outdoors, or I don't know. I have outdoors in mind because I have a ton of outdoor pictures to scrapbook right now. I finally got my hands on these hole punch assortments. I believe they're out of, I'll have to look. They might be out of stock again. I can't remember. But they have these 3 different holes. And honestly, I wanted it for this one the most. But I know these will be super usable too and make a different kind of tag than I usually do. My tag die just has the big circle, but this one's smaller. It's not really focusing anymore, is it? And then these ones are different, so I could make my own tags. Just cut a rectangle, cut the 2 corners off, and put one of these holes in. So very excited that I finally got that. It kept going out of stock. Another product that won't be in the catalog because it's an online exclusive was this Sunflower 3D embossing folder. Now I have some vacation pictures that I just came back from that I want to scrapbook, and this is a good sized embossing folder. This is huge. And so on our vacation there were a bunch of black-eyed Susies, and they remind me of like little miniature sunflowers, which these are sunflowers. So I think this will be perfect for that, and I'm thinking of doing some fun techniques with this. So I'm very excited to have my hands on that. So now let's get started on this mini catalog. When you first open it, you have your table of contents and yeah, just talking about the company and the CEO. We have Standing Strong Together. Some of the proceeds for this stamp goes for breast cancer, and so it's a very nice stamp with that sunflower and the words here, but it's awesome that they're giving back. So here we're talking about the kits for every occasion. They have the scrapbooking workshop kits now. So this is the Keeping Traditions. You get everything you need to create these 3 double page layouts. Very cool. It tells you any additional products that you'll need to put these together and what all comes in this workshop kit. So this is awesome for beginners. You can just buy the workshop kit, put it together just as it instructs, or you can get it, which I normally do it this route, but I just create my own using these products. So, and then here is the other workshop kit. This one's called Peaceful Days. So you create these 3. This one's more of a winter theme. It has these beautiful doves and pine trees. And I love that it comes with these stickers and punch outs. So you have all your embellishments right here. If you choose not to follow these, you can use these in your own way. Here are some of their card kits. This is the Joyful Days, Memories, and More card pack. I love that the mini catalog gives you these templates. So we have some 12 by 12 scrapbook layouts, we have some cards, and we have some tags. So those are fun to kind of go off of and recreate. Over here we have Christmas tags and more. This one's super cute with the nativity scene. A child is born. And then we have some more Christmas stamps and seasonal tags is what it's called. So super usable to just create your tags. The 2 from Merry Christmas. This Builder Blossoms is kind of fun. You get to create your own flowers with these petals. Oh, we have a little bear here with a cabin and a deer, woodland scenery. Creativity your own way, traditions of Christmas. So here is the Traditions of Christmas suite. So you can save money by buying the entire suite together, or you can just buy bits and pieces. So they have the option of just the DSP here. We have an embossing folder, a couple different stamps with or without the die cuts. If you wanted to bundle the die cuts with the stamps, you do save 10%. Otherwise, you can just do one or the other. I love that they have the whole option available or just bits and pieces. And this has gold foiling on the paper. So pretty. I love all the artwork that they show in different techniques. Like here they're using a water brush to paint in this embossed folder here, or this embossed wreath. That wreath is from, where'd it go? Right here, they embossed this wreath and then they're using their water marker to color it in. And then more artwork and different ways to use it. So some of the dies do coordinate with the pattern paper, it looks like. Here we have North Pole delivery. Now this is the whole suite, but then again, you can buy everything separately, which I did. I only got the designer series paper. This is super cool with the box die, and it kind of creates those seams for you on where to fold. But that builds this these boxes here. So cool if you like to make little party favors and whatnot. So I am kind of tempted to get that too. But if I got that, then I would also need to get the stamp because these dies here coordinate with these stamps here. So it's kind of if you give a mouse a cookie situation. If I got that box, I would also need the stamp. And then I'm just missing these little enamel dots and whatnot. So then I might as well have gotten the whole collection, right? I only got the designer series paper. And I only got the designer series paper for one reason, and that is this piece right here. I had a Bernese Mountain Dog that looked just like this, and I had to have this paper literally for this dog on this one piece of paper. I don't believe she's on any other ones, but she is on the punch out. These are little paper cardstock punch outs. So we got the little, aren't they so cute? And they punch out super easy. So you know I'm going to be embellishing some Christmas layouts with this little Bernese Mountain Dog here because that looks just like my girl. So I am going to include her on my scrapbook layout, and she is still going to be with us. And then we always called her a bear because she looks like a bear. And so we have bears here. So I might put a bear with our bear and create layouts doing that. But I also have some very usable papers here. Like this one is just nice and basic and wintry, so I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of all of this. Maybe make some Christmas cards. I could fussy cut some of these mailboxes out. This little house scene, I could do a strip of that at the bottom of a layout just because it's a nice perfect strip that I could just cut, you know, about 2 inches or whatever. From there, this one, super basic, super usable. Again, you could fuss out some mail and presents. This one's fun. And then we have some stamps, and then we have all of these little cars and delivery drivers. And the stamps are on the other side. So double-sided. Literally bought it for that one dog, but I'm gonna get a lot more use out of this too. And I have all these other punch outs to use as well. So I love that it came with my embellishments already ready for me. Look at that little corgi. Oh, they're so cute. All right, carrying on. Here you can see, that might be one of the punch outs, but it would be super easy to fussy cut that dog out too, so. All right, here's some more of those cards and gift boxes. How to use those. Yeah, those are so fun. Those would be perfect for party favors. All right, we've moved on to Peaceful Garden. This is the suite. So you have the DSPs, you have some very usable dies. I love these brackets. You could use those over and over again, but they are the perfect size to go with your stamps here. Some more artwork. Look at the embossing on that. So pretty. I just love looking at all the artwork and seeing the, you know, you find something you like and then find something from your stash and recreate it as well. I just love flipping through these. Okay, Lights of Aurora. This is such a pretty paper collection. And it's a 6x6. The one side is very Northern Lights, Lights of Aurora, hence the name of it. So very pretty if you have Northern Light pictures. And then the other side, that's just the back, the carrier. We have this very dark purplish, but it almost looks black. It's so dark. And then we have this blue. That almost looks wintry to me too, or just a blue sky. But so if you didn't want to go with the theme of Northern Lights, you could definitely use the reverse side for just basic wash colors. So pretty. So 6x6 there. And then I have the enamel dots that coordinate. These are called the frosted iridescent dots. Again, you can buy everything separate. So if you didn't want to buy the whole suite, you can buy things separate. You just save money when you buy bundles and suites all as one. So pretty. And then my favorite part of this collection are the dies. I did not get the stamps to coordinate because the dies are standalone. So these stamps are great. Love, light, wonder, magic. And they're great for building. So your strength inspires me. May your day be filled with love. May your day be filled with light. May your day be filled with magic. Embrace the magic. Embrace the wonder. So these are very usable titles. I really wanted these trees. So I just got the dies. And I haven't taken them off of the carrier sheet yet. But I do have magnets that I transfer them to, and then I store them with my stamps if I have them. Otherwise, I'll just put this one back in here. But yeah, these stamps are just nice standalones. So we have this tree line. We have another tree line back here. We have some clouds. We have this mountain scene. So you can layer this die with this one to kind of create white peaks on your mountains or layers for your mountains. And then we have some that create the water, which I think they had a picture of somewhere in here. That one has some of the water in the mountains back here, but yeah, so pretty. I absolutely love this. Oh, and they show how to add some blending to them. So excited. I recently, like I said, got back from a trip and we were in the mountains. So I was needing this one and we saw a ton of pine trees, of course. So that is the Light and Wonder dies. This is really fun. So our artist hand-painted the Lights of Aurora paper using soft pastels. She painted lines of color and pushed the paint out with a foam block to create the effect of glowing northern lights sweeping across the night sky. So the artist actually created these papers, and then they, you know, did their thing to turn it into paper. That is so cool. And when you know the story behind it, it makes it that much cooler. My husband's an artist, so I'm finding this super interesting. And you want to make me some cardstock? All right, let's move on to Autumn Toile. Look at how fall and beautiful these cards are. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. I got married in the fall, so maybe we'll have some anniversary pictures to document. All right, here is the Autumn Toile suite. You get designer series paper. We have 2 different stamps, 2 different dies that coordinate with each other. This is the Earthen toned metallic 12x12 paper. So pretty. I did mix and match this one too. I did not buy the entire suite, but I did get the stamps, and this is the Autumn Trees. They are rubber cling stamps. I've already punched them all out, and then I put the sticker on the back. They are getting away from red rubber stamps. They're not going to be producing them anymore, but I still like them. I love that they can go on my block and they kind of act as, you know, a clear stamp when you have that sticker on them. So I don't have anything against these, but they were having some problems finding the you know, the products to make them. So they're getting away from red rubber, but it does come on a carrier sheet, and then you punch them out and add the sticker to the back. So I've already done that, ready to go, but look at how big that main tree is. And then you got some smaller ones, some rocks, a little deer. I absolutely love that. And I did get the dies to coordinate. So I have the big tree. If you stamp it, you can do just that background piece. Otherwise, you can do the tree as a standalone as well. We have some more deer that do not have the stamp to coordinate. It just gives you that detail right there on that die. And then we have some leaves that you can layer onto your tree. We have, that one cuts it out, and then you have kind of the spriggy branch without the leaves on it, that type of thing. The deer does have a coordinating die too. So if you wanted just those are the autumn tree dies. You can get the bundle to save 10%, or you can buy everything separate as well. And from Amazon, I buy these magnetic sheets. They fit perfectly inside these, I call them DVD cases, but they fit perfectly inside here, and they have a sticky adhesive back. So I just remove that sticky back, I place it inside my cover, and then all my dies fit perfectly right there. You could even just stick this in there and keep it all together that way, but I just find that dealing with that tape is a hassle all the time, so I like to get them off of there and have easy access to them. Plus it keeps it all just in one place. Then I remember, oh, this one had a coordinating die, because years down the road when I reach for this, I might not remember that. These are the streaked dots. Look at how pretty those are and the little detail. If you're familiar with stones, they almost remind me of tiger eye stones. They're so pretty. I did get the earth tone metallic sheets. So I thought this would be so pretty to, oh, that was loud. I thought this would be so pretty to use to die cut some leaves. I'm always just sticking with, that's my ring light, but I'm always just sticking with, you know, fall colors, reds, oranges, yellows, but how pretty to add in this coppery color. So beautiful. I'm gonna try to protect that so it doesn't get scratched. And I'll put it back in here, but yeah, that is the Earthen toned metallic specialty paper, 12 by 12. I wanna cut out leaves with that. Oh, look at this border they did with it. So pretty. Here is the DSP paper, the Autumn Toile DSP. Let's bring this into frame a little bit better here so you can see these cute little fox. So look at how cute they are. But we have these foxes on one side, and then we have the stripes on the other. Super usable. And they give you 3 pieces of each. So we have the foxes, we have the stripes. These two go together. So you have more of a basic on one side, and then you kind of have that hero paper on the other side. These pumpkins. Now, this one screams South Dakota to me. That's where I am. We have pheasants all the time. So all these little pheasants, that's just perfect. And I haven't been pheasant hunting in quite a while, but I think that would make a very awesome hunting layout. So I might have to go and find some old pictures of when I did more hunting back in the day, but love that, or I'll just hoard it until I go hunting again, right? And then we have this beautiful paper, very usable once again. These trees that coordinate with our stamps and dies. They're the same type of tree and our little deer. And then we have this brown kind of grid. So pretty, and it's a little different twist from your usual fall colors and fall papers. It's a nice change. More artwork to look at. All right, we're into the keeping traditions. So this is the, you know, it's not a full suite. It's scrapbooking from scratch, but you have the designer series paper along with the sticker sheet. We have some coordinating cardstock and then a coordinating stamp as well. It does go along with the workshop kit. So, you know, same colors, some of the same papers, but it's going to be a little bit different. The workshop kits usually come with extra coordinating papers than what you can get with the designer series. So they are different, but you can buy some of the products separate if you didn't want to go with the entire workshop kit. We have our Peaceful Days. Again, that is similar to what they had going on with the Peaceful Days workshop kit. Again, you can get some punch outs and some cardstocks and a stamp to all coordinate, but it's not going to come with everything this comes with along with the papers. It's not going to be the same product, but the same product. Does that make sense? Now, I did get just the coordinating cardstock because I'm trying to build up my Stampin'Up cardstock. And these are very usable colors to me. So down the road, if I decide to get this, it'll coordinate perfectly. But as of now, I just thought this was usable colors for the products and photos that I'm going to be scrapbooking here soon. So I did just get the two-toned DSP. So if you look at, I think I'm on the light side right now. So yeah, this is the true color. So we have the true color and then the lighter shade creating that two-tone. It is white coarse, so we can do some of those fun tearing techniques and sanding techniques and whatnot. Moving right along, I got the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. I had to. The photos that I have in mind for this are of squirrels and the story of squirrels. While we were on vacation, we saw tons of them, and they are smaller than what we have here in South Dakota, and they're gray. We only have brown squirrels. Rarely will you see a black one here in South Dakota, but we don't have the gray squirrels. So I needed this so I could tell the story of all the gray squirrels we saw. So I got the bundle, so you can save, you know, that 10% if you do the bundle. They are clear stamps. They come on the carrier sheet like this, and then I just stick them into the case that has the picture on them. So they stick pretty good right there, and you can see what you have then, and then I just like to put this back in to protect them, and if I have my dies here, it helps protect them too so that my dies aren't hitting. But this one actually does not come with dies. It comes with an old school punch. I don't know if these are actually old school, but I like to think of them that way. They lock, so you can just kind of unlock it and it opens up. It has his little acorn and the squirrel. And this coordinates with the one squirrel here. And this is a layering die, so you can stamp a solid color, you know, fill him in, color him in super easily. And then to lock this, you can just push it back down and lock it. So it does store away decent, but I do prefer dies. I don't typically reach for punches. I always reach for my dies. So this is something a little different, but I figured if I was going to be cutting out a bunch of squirrels, I'd rather have a punch than fussy cut, because I'm already going to have to fussy cut this one. So I didn't really want to have to fussy cut this one too, because they're facing different directions. So I know I'm going to want to bring both of them in. And then it comes with this background stamp here. And we have this little log. We have an acorn for him to hold. He can hold the present. He can hold a flower. Go nuts, it's your birthday. So I thought this was super cute, and I actually have a layout and a story to go along with it, so I'm glad I got a squirrel. This one is one that's in my shopping cart right now. I mostly want the dies. The stamps are very nice as well, branching out. So we have some nice little sprigs and sentiments and, you know, longer sprigs, branches. But what I really liked was the dies. So we have this layering die here. That would make a great journaling spot, background, you know, for your embellishments, to hold down your embellishments. And then these sprigs and pine cones here. So I mostly want the dies, but that'll have to wait for another order. And then we have some words for the season. These would be great for, you know, the insides of your cards. And they're all for all seasons, not just Christmas. We have a spooktacular Halloween. May your holiday season be filled with happiness. And these are actually dies to cut out. They're metal dies, and you can layer them and whatnot. That'd be really pretty on with your metallic paper. We have the Snowy Delights. So again, you can get the whole bundle of Snowy Delights. Otherwise, you can just pick and choose. But we have stamps, dies, and stencils. So you can, you know, use your blending brush and stencil on. These are very nice and large. I've seen other videos of how large these are, and those are great. But didn't get them this time. I do still have some snowflakes in my stash, so I gotta limit myself and actually have a plan is my thought. I need to have a plan for it. These little gingerbread men, you can make them into cards. This die does that crease for you, so you can make a shaped card. And then all this candy and whatnot would be perfect for Halloween as well, multi-use. But he is super cute, and if you make gingerbread houses, that would be a must. We have the Gift of Joy stamp set. Stay Warm stamp set. These are so cute, and they're reversible, so you can stamp your details over the top of the back of the stamp. So they're symmetrical, so when you stamp it, it's the same. You can flip it over on your block and use the back to color it in. These tag dies are so fun. I have something in my stash similar, so I'll probably end up pulling those out, but these are super fun. Christmas Word Collage Hybrid Embossing Folder. So this embosses and cuts all of these at once. So if you're making a whole bunch of Christmas cards, that would be super quick and easy to punch out Happy Christmas, Noel, Holly Jolly. You could punch all of these out at once, or you could just emboss like they did here. If you're not familiar with hybrid embossing folders, they emboss and cut at the same time. So this is an old collection called The Changing Leaves, but we have the embossing folder, and then we have, this one came with stamps as well, but we have the dies in here. So you can put your paper in your embossing folder, and then this die clicks into place here. And for this particular one, it just cuts out those 3 leaves. So then when you run that through your machine, it does all this fine detail plus cuts out your leaf. So that is the hybrid embossing folder. Super fun. I loved playing with this one, so I know that one would be a lot of fun as well. And the way it cuts out all these words at once. Super quick and easy for a bunch of Christmas cards. All right, we have some more wreath stamps. Got Magic and Hope stamp. Here they're showing some embossing. It's just so fun to see just different techniques and different cards and artwork, and it makes me want to recreate using some of my own products too. This is a fun happy stamp that has that beach scene in the background, and it's showing you how you can color those in. They have layout examples now too, not just card examples. They're bringing in scrapbook layouts, which that's right up my alley, you know. Here they did some background stamping with this collection. Buildable blooms. Petal arrangements is what that's called. This page is the most important. This is the shop, earn rewards, and save, repeat. So every time you spend $20 on my website, you get 10% back for your next order. So it's free. You just select the earn when you log in, and it'll start putting those points into your shopping cart. So then for your next order, you can go ahead and redeem those. One more thing I forgot to share with you from the online exclusives. I did get the whole suite for this one. So it came with the stamps, Gathering Moments, and I love the leaves and the mushroom. I have a ton of mushroom pictures that I'll be scrapbooking from our trip. It has some background stamps. These are red rubber as well. And then they come with the coordinating dies. These dies are so fun. So here's the coordinating with the little mushroom and acorn, the leaves. But then these huge leaves are the showstopper. They come with the holes, so you can use the twine, which I forgot to bring into frame here. This is Early Espresso and Old Olive linen thread. You can use the thread to stitch into these holes. So this coordinates with the collection as well. It's part of that suite. But these are so fun. Imagine cutting those out of that foil paper. And then, yeah, so pretty. And these are fairly large too. So those will be a statement on my layout for sure. So if you wanted to buy any of these separate, you could. But again, saving with the suite. So these coordinate, and then I got the embossing folder, which are all these little leaves, and I feel like you could use this year round. It doesn't look like fall leaves. You could use this anytime. It's just a nice print, and it's a nice large embossing folder once again. Huge. I wonder if I have I do have a ruler right here. It is just over 6, so you might want to cut your paper to 6 because these designs don't go all the way to the edge. So it's about 6 by 8.5. That's a good size embossing folder. It comes with these enamel dots. They're speckled in there. They have that gold speckle. They're called Cajun Craze and gold dots. That thread I was talking about. And then the designer series paper. Let me move this out of the way. You get 2 of each sheet. They are front and back. They have gold foil on the one side. Can you see the gold foiling? This one, you guessed it, I got for the mushrooms. I think this is just beautiful paper anyways. But around where I live, we do not have awesome colored mushrooms. We just have those, I call them discs, but they're just discs that grow on the side of trees. But on our trip, we did see some red mushrooms, so that'll be perfect. And then we have a solid one on the other side. Here we have a nice wood grain. If you know me at all, I use wood grain all the time. And then this side, so the back side of that one, has the gold foil with the stripes. We have a nice basic cream pattern with another gold foil with those mushrooms. It's a little bit different than this one. It doesn't have the green. It's just the red and browns. We have the plaid with the gold foiling. The brown pattern. Different red and gold kind of plaid, but this one does not have the gold foiling. The other side does, with that white and cream, and so beautiful the way it reflects. Love that. We have another cream kind of textured paper, and then we have another leaf and mushroom paper, which is again different from these. This one brings in the yellows but not the greens. So I love these 3 papers. They have to be my favorite, but these other ones are so usable. So as you can see, I mostly stuck with outdoorsy, neutral, fall. I'm going to be doing a lot of hiking layouts. Fall comes before winter, so I didn't really pick up any of the winter themed things yet. I figured I could start creating with the fall and using some of these more neutrals for my hiking photos and just outdoors. So you can kind of see what direction my videos will be going. I'm going to be diving into this product, but I'll be using some of my old product too. That's the fun of it all. And the stamps and dies, you can reuse a million times. So super excited to dive into all of this. If you're excited to see what I create with this product, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, follow me on social media on my Facebook and Instagram. I post more real time over there. And until next time, live a life worth scrapping. Bye.